everybody, this is DJ Cool Kelly D here in the place to be. Part 3 of my meatloaf, my hot and spicy, my hot and spicy but no heat meatloaf. I had raisins and pork, barbecue pork rinds crushed up at the top with the hot pasta sauce, and all of these peppers and stuff. Everything you see here is in the meatloaf. Everything here was cut up and put in the meatloaf, and that's the juices I use to kill the heat. They get spicy but not hot. Those right there, those are the spices I use for the sauce. I use some tomato sauce, but just throw it away. But that's the end result, y'all. And let's see how it tastes. There it is. Somebody said my spaghetti the pasta looked flame hot, but it is. Let's see. Wow. Damn, that's good. Woo! Kind of spicy. Not hot, but spicy. Don't burn your mouth and don't burn your rear end, but it be spicy. You know it's been hot. It's got heat. And then one of these things right here are good for the blood. And I had a little garlic powder I put in it too, some garlic flavor, and some onion powder. Yeah, garlic and onion powder, some salt and pepper, of course. But the salt I used was the no salt, no MSG or whatever. What is it called? The sea salt stuff, but it's not real. It's like imitation or something. It's supposed to be good for you. Anywho, I was coming tonight today and tell y'all about my meatloaf I made, which is good. It's good to be in recovery and good to, you know, have all this stuff to cook with and, you know, state of the art in the dishwasher to wash my dishes in and put everything away. I still haven't got everything, you know, situated in here the way I want to, but pretty much, you know, everything is situated. But I do want to say recovery is a big thing for me, you know, my mental health recovery, and all the free agencies, like one of the last ones that's still open is Recovery Innovations, and I'm thankful they're still open. But I wish Mr. President Trump, they said, is cutting some of the programs. I wish he hadn't, because a lot of my friends here, homies here in the streets of Durham and in the urban area I live in, tell me that, you know, not to say nothing about my political people, but, you know, I didn't vote for President Trump, but I did always been a fan. You know, I've never voted really for anyone for president, but I was hoping he would get it because, number one, I follow his books, his self-help books about how to be a millionaire, because I'm on low income, but I consider myself self-made millionaire. You know, I'm a millionaire in my mind. I carry myself because I know like I'm a king, you know. And I read Mr. Trump's books. I used to be a big fan of The Apprentice. You're fired, you know. You're fired. I mean, the man, people say he's pompous and arrogant and a blowhard, and I think the man has the rights to be his kingship, you know. I don't think he's a racist, really. I mean, anybody can go to Studio 54, the discotheque back in the 70s, every other night, and party hard with the straights, the gays, the females, or whoever, rock stars and disco singers and all that. And Steve Roosevelt and other guys' club, he must be all right. So, I've always followed Mr. Trump, President Trump, and I'm hoping that you come to Durham, President Trump, you get I think an audience to be a peaceful, free-will ambassador for the mentally ill. I believe I can come across in ways the others can't, you know, from being biased and stuff about politics and this and that and the other. You know, I think you're a good man. You haven't proved yourself evil to me. So even though your views are more conservative now than it was back in the day, and when I read your books, but still I know, you know, there's goodness in folks, and I'm going to help you to understand that we need these free programs, because these programs use people like myself. I'm not saying me. I wouldn't go out there and rob a bank or off of my medication, but some people don't have peer support specialists and people that's gone that's been through mental issues that, like, it's like this. Here's the PSS motto, and I graduate this coming Tuesday from the program, get a certificate for being one, and I go to Wellness City Recovery Innovations, which is a free program. But anyway, it's different from the ones that's ran by professionals, you know, where they make you're ordered to do certain things, and and they sit there and watch you and babysit you. Well, in the city, it ain't like that. You come and go as you please, do what you want, but peer support is like this. A man falls in a hole, right? Well, the preacher walks by. Man says, help me. Preacher throws in a note and has, some scriptures on it. I'll pray for you. All right, the lawyer walks by. And hey, I'll give you my number. There's his number in the hole. And thirdly, we get it right. It's the preacher, the priest, just the lawyer, and there's another person walks by and throws his number in there. And the psychologist and says, hey, call me for therapy, But then the peer support comes by. The third person is the peer support. The fourth person is the peer support comes by. He jumps in the hole with the guy that's in the hole. The guy says, why are you jumping here with me? I'm in this hole, why did you jump in this hole with me? He said, the peer support specialist says, I jumped in this hole because I've been here before and I can help you out of this. We can do it together. We can come out of this hole together. And see, that's the thing about the peer support specialist is, like these free programs that's ran by these peer supports is, they understand people like myself that have mental trauma and mental illnesses and disabilities and substance abuse and all these, what they call them, dual diagnoses and stuff. And they can help us through this, to become regular citizens, under the radar, of course. We have to do the right thing. In just 2 years' time, every government program I've ever been to that was, mandatory, hey, it kept me straight because of my fear of being locked up when I was on medication. But this one here, this free clinic here has helped me more because the people are sincere and they care. And see, some folks won't be on medication. They get, mental illness will make you, some people like schizophrenics, that imagine things and have delusions of grandeur and see things that ain't there and stuff and hear, voices from the radio or whatever, and Martians, think the government's conspiring against them. They need someone to understand them and help them through that, that's been through that already and is in recovery and got some time in recovery. It's been through the program of the rep program by Vicky Copeland of the Wellness Recovery Action Program to deal with it, the right way. And basically listen to the person. Don't give them no advice, just really hear them out, and when they come to a decision, you honor that, and the peer supporters have really helped me because they sit there and they care, little they do make. And I just want to ask Mr. Trump, if you ever come to Durham, have your people come and get me. I would like to talk with you, of course, and take a picture with you, get your autograph, of course. I'm a big fan of your books and about how to make it and be a millionaire, and as well as The Apprentice was a show I liked. But also advocate for us people that's mentally ill and be unbiased about politics. I mean, I've never really trusted politics. I don't care about politics, but I'm hoping that I can advocate for the mentally ill with you and let you understand that we're not, to let the society know we're not all criminals and crazy folks. And we have triggers, triggers and things that set us off, through trauma. Traumatic things in our lives we couldn't really get over with. It was really hurtful. And I can explain to you and whoever, Congress, politicians or whatever, I can explain to you what it is to have trauma, what it is we suffer with daily, and how we overcome and be survivors and don't look back and be negative. We try to be positive, but we need these programs to keep us, and help us to be model citizens and live like kings and have our mindsets where we'll take our medications and we'll make our doctor appointments. That's what mine is, and everybody I do know, the place I go, Wellness City in Durham, here in Durham, in Heritage Square, downtown Durham. It's called Wellness City Recovery and Innovations. The Wellness City side, I mean, it's been heaven for me, and they're like my superheroes. I used to like Batman, Superman, Thor, but now my superheroes is the peer support specialists who understand me and sincere, care about me, and help basically listen to me and guide me and help me find alternatives. They don't give me advice, but they show me alternatives, in other words, and the statements of my I statements, which are pretty hard at first to use I statements, but it's kind of weird, but after a while, you get used to it. And if I could talk to Congress and the politicians and whoever, senators and stuff, to let us know that we have been wrongly labeled as a group of being mentally ill, being crazy and twisted and sick, and serial killers and shooters in school and stuff, they always want to put it on mentally ill. Well, it's just people who don't have a place to vent, nobody to listen to them or feel like they care about them, and no ways to help them like, well, the city's helped me. So they go out there and do these crazy, this abnormal things in society that hurt people and hurt themselves. And it's really sad to me. So if I could, you know, I'd like to, not just the President Trump, you know, but the senators, politicians, even the North Carolina governor. If any of you, you know, and we're on the city trains at CITs. They come by, we're on the city trains, I think once or twice a month. The police called CITs, and I've learned to love and promote and be for my police system, you know, through the CITs. CITs are like the peer support specialists. They care, they have problems of their own, so therefore they deal with us as have mental issues. So now I support the police instead of run from them and scared of them. I support them now because of the CIT program. And these police officers that do care about the community and care about, you know, people and doing their job and not, you know, hurting folks. And I just want to extend that to the government about that. You know, my whole life now is about positivity and self-promotion, and not just myself, but helping other people, like the Michael Jackson man in the mirror, you know. I have to look at the man in the mirror to change myself, and then I can go out there and help other people like myself, or likewise, you know, individuals, and help them and show them there's a way. You know, you ain't got to be hopeless. Like my suicide prevention on YouTube, my music videos, my comedy, I call it. I put myself out there, you know, my mental issues and my stories and stuff, and just and my weight problem I had, and being a almost 50-year-old loser I was most of my life, being a mama's boy, being sheltered. I put it out there to teach the kids, especially the high schoolers that are killed, that get suicidal and hurt themselves, take their lives and stuff, and other kids' lives or whoever, and they go just lose it, flip, and lose more than their life and their souls. I mean, it hurts me, and so I put suicide prevention out there to let you know, hey, somebody else has got it even worse than you. I ain't even had a love life, and I ain't been with a woman in, I hate to say 7, 8 years, and so I'm waiting for the chance to do that again. I was like close to 700 pounds at one time, but I'm better now. I'm a better person, I'm a better human being, and I'm more, I guess, as normal as I can be, so I'm able to have this home to myself here and cook and handle my own things at 47 years old, you feel me? So, hope you all still like my videos and follow me and stuff. I love you all. God bless you. I'm thankful for the prior president we had, Obama. I wasn't a big fan of President Obama, but I am glad that he was for the mentally ill, and he was a, you know, good man at heart. He loved his family and stuff, and was whatever he was for, he's for. You know, I admire that, and I hope that President Trump can, you know, see that not only and help